my voice is going to do this to me. When you were a kid, it didn't bother you. But now, that you're older, and grab something in your mouth back. Is that the slide?
That's one of them, yeah. We got several that Dr. Barry might comment on as we're going through this tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So when you ate food at the carnival, and if it was nurturing for you and good for you, your body burned it up. But when it's toxic for you, your body doesn't burn it up. Your body stores it because it can't process it. So I put a little diagram here. This is like a barrel of oil, 55-gallon barrel. When you're young, you're healthy, and you can start to fill up the barrel with the toxic load of life experiences. Plus the food you eat. As you reach maturity, all of a sudden this barrel is going to overflow because it can't hold the toxins anymore. So one of the things I find that I'm doing in my practice when I first see people, I help them go through detox, change their diet, and then repair the damage that's done to their body. So when they go through detox, we use German drainage remedies. They're herbal and homeopathic remedies that you mix with water. And then they'll start to detox. So they may be detoxing stuff that's all the way down at the bottom of their barrel that they've carried since youth. And they don't understand what's going on when they come in. They know they don't feel good. They're sick. But I might have two patients come in that have very similar symptoms. They might have sinus problems. They might have blood pressure problems. They might have hormonal problems. But we end up treating the person with the disorder rather than treating the disease that the person has, because everybody's so different. So you have to get to know the person and what's going on with them, and then they'll go, yeah, I went to the Puno Carnival and I did have a lot of junk food, and I continue to do that, but it never bothered me before. And now when I eat a candy bar, I can hardly finish it. And I wonder why, what's going on. And it's because their reservoir is full.
Right.
So it'd be nice if we could poke a hole in the bottom of the barrel and drain it out from there. But we've got to start where it's overflowing and help them get rid of the toxins there. So when we go to detox, that's the beginning of their healing. And then when we change their diet, that's the second phase that they'll go through when we want them to start feeling better. So we're trying to help them with a diet change to eat foods that are more alkaline. So when you eat foods that are acid forming, I mean, when I say acid, I mean it forms acid when it burns up. So acid foods are milk products, meat, chicken, mostly high protein foods. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, grains are the foods that are healthier and just make your body work better. And they produce, are you writing this down? Okay.
Taking notes.
Okay.
All right.
I better watch what I say. Yeah, so alkaline forming foods work better in the body. So I ordered some pH paper for each of you to test your saliva tonight to see if your saliva is alkaline or acid. But you can get this pH paper at Long's or the chemical supply. And what it does is show you on a little color chart where you are. So, for instance, cancer and most diseases can only exist if your interstitial fluids, your body fluids, are acid. If they're alkaline, cancer cells can't grow. So, laughter also creates an alkaline environment in your body. People that laugh a lot, it helps to create an alkaline environment. Now they have Kangen water units, and different water companies are making alkaline water. You can go to the health food store and buy alkaline water now. 5 years ago, I never heard of that. You know, what do you mean drink alkaline water? They're talking about the pH of water. So,
speaking of water, Dr. Barry, I know you showed us this one time, and we wanted to show this again tonight. It's only a short video about how our thoughts can affect the acidity in our bodies. And this video you directed us to was about how thoughts literally affect water.
right.
Yeah, so I'm just going to play this real quick, and Dr. Barry can teach us more on this. But this is so powerful. Dr. Barry very much in tune with not only the physical side of the body, but what the mental side affects the body as well. So I think this is real fascinating right here.
I had the opportunity to have dinner with this doctor and his wife in a house in Kahalaway, and I didn't know anything about him. Someone said, "Hey, let's go over here and meet this doctor," and I didn't realize we were going to have dinner. But when we got there, they said, "Come on in and eat." So we did. He found this. You take a drop of water. That would represent truth. The word truth. You take a drop of water and freeze it. And the water had been exposed to a word or a picture or a photograph. And as he froze the water, it formed a crystalline structure. So he made different examples of transferring the energy of an object into the water by freezing it. Excuse me. So for instance, he put a picture of Hitler on the table, and he put a jar of water and left it over there 24 hours. He took a drop of that water and froze it, and it made a horrible structure. It didn't make the crystalline structure like that. He put the name Jesus, put the water over it for 24 hours, and it made beautiful crystalline structure. He had different crystalline structure for different exposures of the water to that. But he also found that if you go to a place where you're going to swim, or you're going to drink the water, and you pray over it, it changes the crystalline structure. You take that water out.
That's amazing.
And then he found you take water that's been transformed through prayer, take a dropper of it, and go to a lake, and put the drop of the water in the lake, then it transfers to that lake. And you take water out of the lake and then freeze it, and you get the crystalline structure. So it was showing that water had the ability to transfer information and transfer, it could hold it in its memory and transfer it.
Wow, that's fascinating. So some of these words that are coming up are actually crystallized into water.
Yeah, that's for truth, word truth. Wow. Prayer offering. So it looks like a snowflake.
Yeah, gorgeous.
See, now that's before they made a prayer. That's what the drop looked like. So it was all fragmented. Mother Teresa.
Beautiful.
They made a sentence. That's what it looks like a person here. You make me sick, I want to kill you.
Wow.
Wow. Oh yeah, it just seems like the heart is silent.
There you go there, I don't know. Not so pretty.
I know. that incredible?
Pardon me? Yeah, you can get the video and you can find the book in the bookstore. There's peace, the word peace.
Wow, look how beautiful that is.
Yeah. It is in grace.
Wow, look how amazing.
Looks like a demon.
Yeah.
Big hole. That's right.
So when you pray over your food, you can see what you're transforming that food to a vibration. And so the water, it's full of water. Most of our food is. So it's good to pray over it. And you're going to eat it. Did you have a question?
Yeah. Have you studied cymatics? Have you heard the term cymatics?
No.
This is the study of sound, frequency, and vibration.
Okay.
I studied it in architecture. And that's essentially what this is how sound frequency affects particles, water's particles, amongst other things. But cymatics is the study of sound frequency in water.
In water.
In water. So if you take a water drop, right, it's really a sphere. If you put it in a volume, it's a sphere. So when you interject a frequency to it, and you slice it in half, so you got the section of it, and you freeze it, essentially, still picture, it's a geometric shape, just like the snowflakes or the ice crystals. Okay. So anything that's in resonating in a harmonic level, love, right, peace, a lot of these words, you'll get a geometric shape. Anything that's evil is destructive. So you get that destructive, irregular shapes. That's why you get those pictures like that.
Wow.
So intention is a frequency, and it resonates. And we're all frequencies. So when we set our mind to a certain frequency, and our bodies are, how much water is in our bodies? 90% water, right? Our bodies resonate at that frequency. So.
Thank you, Dustin, for sharing. Let's give him a hand for that. That was good. So, I think here's a real interesting point about what Dr. Barry is saying. I know he's going to expand upon this more through his talk, but that was pretty profound, right? And thank you, Dr. Barry, for first bringing this to us in one of your first sessions. And thank you, Candace, for finding that video. And it's actually posted. If you guys go to New Hope Transformational Health YouTube channel, it's actually on there. And there's different playlists on there. You can find that one under Health Research. So you can we got all kinds of great resources on there. You can access New Hope Transformational Health on YouTube channel. But I found this fascinating because I think one of the things that the Holy Spirit is saying to all of us, which is totally in the scriptures in different words, is he's saying God's truth is universal to all people, right? However, the application of God's truth is very unique in each one of our lives. So as we see this and what Dr. Barry is going to teach us tonight, like we can ask ourselves, Holy Spirit, what does this mean to me, right? Am I thinking things? Am I saying things that's affecting my body in a negative way? You know, he kind of tunes us up that way, right? So I think as we go through this journey, that'll be a constant blessing, that we just take the universal truth that's for all of us, of God, and then we say, Lord, how does this apply to me? How am I supposed to apply this in my body, in my health, in my life, however it applies? So Thank you, brother, for bringing this. That was good.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was really good.
Yes.
So when we go back to diet change, I think that's where we left off.
Mhm.
Yeah. We want to eat less acid-forming foods. You know, eat less meat,
Mhm.
eat less sugar,
Lots of fruits.
processed foods, you know, that come in a box, like Cheerios.
Mm.
Yeah, you want to eat whole foods. And then you want to stay on that diet and try to get your saliva and your urine alkaline. It's real easy to do. I keep pH paper around the house. Get up in the morning, check my saliva, check my urine. I go shishi in the morning and then check and see if it's acid or alkaline. If you want to push it quickly, you can get coral calcium, which is you can use baking soda and start to add that to your diet. But that's the artificial way to push your pH. The best way is to use food and clean water and exercise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So exercise will make you more alkaline as a whole through the breathing.
Well, yeah, exercise really just helps everything. Yeah.
Question, when you say clean water, what do you mean by clean water?
Water that doesn't have chemicals in it. Like tap water has a lot of chemicals in it.
So what would you suggest for the alternate?
To what kind of water to use? Use reverse osmosis water or mountain spring water that comes in a glass bottle. Plastic bottles, they know, are not very good. Yeah.
Correct.
Because the plastic leaches into the water.
Yeah.
And it can be stored in Costco for months and months and months. Yeah, so you need to see where the water comes from. And there's a few bottled water companies that are good, but not many. Yeah. Fiji water is in a plastic bottle, and it has the highest content of silica in it. So we need silica in our bodies to transport calcium across the cell membrane for cell metabolism. So that's one of the better bottled waters that's in a plastic bottle, but plastic doesn't help it.
Yeah. You said it's Fiji.
Fiji water.
Okay.
Yeah. See, then you can get mountain spring water that's in glass bottles. You can find that in the health food store. Or some health food stores have a water machine that even produces alkaline water. There's a company here called Mountain Slope Water Company that probably you can get for your home. You can rent the water filter, and they charge you $35 a month. And then if you decide you want to buy it, the money you paid for rent can go toward the purchase price. That's what I did. I had to do that. But by the time I decided to buy it, I owed $50 more because I procrastinated every month. You know, I just had it on. It was on automatic payment, and I would say, "Yeah, I'm going to buy that next month." You know, and then pretty soon I'd forget. And, yeah, get another charge. But that company guarantees their water filter for life, and you're going to have to change the RO filter, reverse osmosis filter, at some time. I changed mine after 8 years, and you have to have it serviced. So a water filter has to be serviced. You have what are called pre-filters that filter out the chlorine in the water. So chlorine's added to our water here.
Right.
Yeah, and it makes the water filter that you change about every 6 months yellow, very yellow. So you can smell it in the shower when you take a shower. Military bases here use fluoride in the water, but it's not in our city water right now.
Actually, I think they passed that a few years ago that they're gonna allow chlorine into your
They don't allow
city
it.
water.
Yeah.
No, they actually passed it.
Oh, they allow it.
Yeah, a couple of
They
years ago.
would allow it.
Yeah.
Oh, they would, but they
Yeah,
don't have it in
it's
our
a
city
big-
water.
I don't know if they do now. We should do some tests. It didn't
Yeah.
really get picked up by the news, but alternative news
Yeah.
networks and stuff actually highlighted it and said, because Hawaii was one of the last ones to allow it.
Yeah.
Hawaii,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're wise to keep fluoride out of your body, especially if you don't use it in your toothpaste either. It's very harmful to the body, especially, you know, if you use it regularly.
Yeah, it's hard on it damages your brain, actually.
It's aluminum. Aluminum.
Yeah.
You bite aluminum, your body reacts, right?
Yeah,
Your body's allergic to aluminum, big time.
Sorry.
So we finally get to the number 3 here about repair. So we want to repair damage that's done to the body. And just how do you do that? And the body knows how to recover if you start giving it good food and give it good nutrition and keep the detox going. So another thing that causes your pH to be acid are heavy metals. So you get heavy metals from eating seafood or having dental fillings that have mercury in them. And those are going to leach out into your body and cause your body to be more acid. So in the repair, we don't want to add any more aluminum or mercury to our body. We want to help it get out. So there's certain supplements that you can take to get mercury out, like chlorella, which is like a green algae. And you can use garlic, wild bear garlic. You can use different supplements they make to bind to the heavy metal and pull it out of the body. You want to try to pull it out through the intestines and not the kidneys, because the heavy metal can damage the kidneys. Repair, sometimes there's damage to the gut. You know, see, our immune system, we have 15 pounds or more of biome, organisms that live in our digestive tract. Most of them live in the small intestine, but some can live up and down the digestive tract from the mouth all the way to the rectal area. So the biome can be damaged by acid foods, acid in your intestines. So you want to allow that biome to repair. Normally, we would have 85% pathogenic bacteria, viruses, fungi living in our digestive tract, and 15% healthy organisms. So 85% unhealthy, 15% healthy. This is the normal person they find today. But when somebody goes through healing and repair, we want to reverse that so that we have 85% healthy organisms and only 15% pathogenic. Because the healthy organisms will keep things in check. They will actually eat the pathogenic organisms. When you have 85% pathogenic organisms, it's too much. The body gets overwhelmed, and you end up in a virtual disease state all the time. So there's a condition called leaky gut syndrome that happens, and the food that's broken down is not broken down all the way. So the body, part of the body is saying, I need that food. I'm going to bring it into my metabolism anyway. So the cell walls of your intestines open up and allow the food particles and the molecules to pass into the bloodstream. But this is exactly what you don't want, because then your blood's going to be contaminated with microorganisms that are from the gut.
Yeah.
So then you've got trouble. So then you're getting funguses, candida, bacteria in your circulation, circulatory system, and that's another disease process going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would be the best way to prevent that, Dr. Barry?
So to prevent leaky gut syndrome, you don't really prevent it. It's already happened, and you have to repair it. So usually you have parasites that are from the digestive tract that are going to enter into the bloodstream. And you have the blood thickens, which isn't very good. And the blood's going to become stagnated, because the flow can't move like it should. So, yeah, we use a product called Luvos. Luvos is a magnetic mineral earth that's from a stone. It's ground up into a fine powder. So when you drink this powder mixed with water, it coats your digestive tract. So all the lesions or the cracks in the walls get soaked up by the Luvos. So remember, it's a magnetic mineral earth. So a lot of the walls of our intestines, part of that makeup is minerals. So this helps to repair that wall by giving it the minerals that it needs. Also, we have to use a parasite remedy with it to kill off the parasites, because the parasites are leaking into the bloodstream. So some parasites actually enter the blood cell itself, and they are very damaging. That's where you get Lyme's disease, has parasites. Parasites enter and get into the blood cell, and then they damage the blood cell. We use a tool called the beam ray. The beam ray is a rife technology that produces frequencies, like Dustin was talking about.
You know that one right there.
Right.
So yeah, the beam ray puts out a frequency, actually causes the parasite that's in the blood cell to come out of the blood cell. We have video pictures of this, and we could look it up tonight and show it on your laptop, huh? You can go online?
The video?
Yeah.
I have your video on there, yeah.
There's
We got it.
video on the parasites?
Well, we have the Rife beam ray video. Did you want that one? Or?
No, this one you have to type in beam ray Gene Strayer.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, and you can find it, it'll show it on the screen. This is amazing. I never thought of that. So you can actually see a
stick together and kind of get fold and disintegrate, because it's been on that slide for just a little bit, so we've got some plumbing. And this person does have some protein digestion problems. Now this man's blood, I'm scanning for white blood cells to see how much action they have, how much streaming is going on. These are the red blood cells. He's got a lot of clumping of the red blood cells. The white blood cells here, these two, are not really streaming. They've got some granular action in there, but they're not really reaching out and grabbing the debris that's in the blood. And there's a lot of debris in here. Here's some spicules in the background. There's a lot of dancing little bacteria out here. But I'm scanning his blood to see what kind of action that we're getting with the white blood cells. Now we're going to do some light with beam ray, and then we're going to see what kind of results that we get as far as encouraging these white blood cells